Hello, I'm John Conrad. I'm presenting The Seesaw, Balancing Strengths and Weaknesses of a Child, which has been my motivation from Chapter 7, The Patient Jesus. The Seesaw. Let's move ahead and talk. His need for recognition was based on the truth that he had indeed sacrificed much to follow Christ. I love this statement because I too felt like Peter as a child. Every child feels like Peter at some point in the class, each and every day. Their need for attention, their need for recognition is a burning desire, and they follow the teacher. Like Jesus, Peter followed Jesus, students follow us as teachers, like the ducks follow their mother. We have to be aware of this need for recognition and that they follow what we say and do. With this in mind, we must teach like a disciple. Leader House states this in 2016. What we say and what we do must be supported with true and meaningful steps, and these steps are as follow. Step one, I believe we have to develop a growing relationship. Ask questions of the child to learn their interests, hopes, fears, and dreams. This is key. They are people. They have thoughts, hopes, and dreams and fears. No one asks, then they're never really revealed, and it's very hard to communicate and access that child. Second, stay in personal communication with the child daily, not just when we're giving them, correcting them, but also just general knowledge. Find out how they think, what they're thinking about, what's important to them. And lastly, I choose to keep a mental note or an anonymous journal to remember key topics the child and I discuss. I never use the children's name, maybe initials or pet name that I have personally for them to remind me who they are. I teach so many students as a substitute teacher. This is helpful for me when I'm managing, having that relationship and teaching like a disciple. Step two, positive reinforcement. I am known for positive reinforcement. This is what you want to do. Like Jesus, you support Peter. Like teachers, we must support our students with continuous words of love and support and have fun and laugh. If we do this, this will open their hearts and minds to whatever we're presenting to them. And thirdly, exercise forgiveness. This has been the growing step for me as an individual at my age with a different old school mentality. Exercise forgiveness. Using the three strikes like Jesus used with Peter, saying that he will deny him 3 times. I utilize that with my students that they all know with Mr. Conrad, you get 3 strikes. And that reminds me, I have forgiven them once, twice, third time, we must move to a different page of education. This is key. And specifically, these situations happen because they revolve around social skills. We know that lessons are happening, but social skills are a key part of the classroom, and they must be included in all subjects, according to Leader House. And I agree with him. Social skills are essential for success in life. We must get along. Social skills are essential, according to Skeen 2016. We are in a classroom, and I believe every moment matters, and social skills must be addressed. Children are getting along, sometimes they're not, they're in disagreement. We have to acknowledge and manage those interactions. A key statement by Lavoie. Coming to school every day can become a hopeless task for some children unless they succeed at what they do. We teachers are sentries against that hopelessness. I support this wholeheartedly. I was one of those students, and I understand that sometimes you come home and things aren't as beautiful as you like them to be, and you really have a different place in your mind of hopelessness. Teachers remind them that there is hope. That's our job as educators. Every moment in the classroom is a moment to encourage and support better social skills for a child. I agree with this wholeheartedly that, as Leader House mentioned, we must care. We must be aware of the engagement that occurs between socially with children and people, adults. It matters with their success in the future. And the way I incorporate this to make sure I teach like a disciple is because of Gospel of Matthew 7:12. In everything, do to others what you would have them to do. This rule of conduct is a summary of the Christian's duty to his neighbor and states fundamental ethical principle. I always recall what it was like for me as a child and sometimes how people did not do right to others or to me, and reminding myself that that's what we all want and desire: peace and safety and love. How I implement this in the classroom and in my instruction is I encourage students to work as a community in the classroom. I say this very often, and I really am empowered because of this reading to say it even more. Feelings exist in everyone, reminding people the words you say matter. Every word you choose. I love you, I hate you, you smell, you're pretty, you look good. What is that you're wearing? It affects everyone. Everyone is human, weak, and strong. So my golden rule that I'm really going to support now in the way I think is classroom golden rule: focus on community, not yourself. If we all work together and think of how we can work together, things will work on a psychological, emotional, and social level. Thank you. I'm John Conrad. Be blessed.